Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today we are going to make a clear or purge command, mute and unmute. So let's get started. So first we're going to go over to our moderation cog. That's where all our moderating commands are, and we're going to work on our clear command as it's the easiest. So we're going to do at commands dot hybrid command. Then we're going to do my mic is kind of like in the way of my keyboard. I'm going to do add commands that has permissions, and then it's going to be manage Discord messages equals true. And then we're going to do next part, which is where all the commands code is going to be. Sorry. Async dev. I'm going to call it clear. Then we're going to do pass in self, ctx, and then we're going to have a variable called amount. And we're going to set that to 1, but later you can set it to anything you want. That's going to be like the default about. So like if you only do exclamation mark clear, it's only going to do 1. But when we use the command, we can set it as many times as we want. And then at the end of this line, we add a colon. Next line, we're going to do await ctx dot channel. So when we type in the command in that channel, it's gonna go into context channel, and then it's gonna purge. Then in parentheses, the only what's it called? Parameter is going to be limits, and then we're going to do limit equals amount, which is right here. Now we're basically done, but if you want to know if it worked, well, you're going to see it works, but if you want to have it like say, oh, CTI, or if you want to have it say like, oh, I cleared this many messages, you're going to do await.ctx.send, make it an F string, you're going to do cleared, and then curly brackets, or brackets or parentheses, then it's going to be amount messages. If you still don't know what F strings are, basically they allow us to use variables, for example amount, in a string. So if we were to do it in console, we'd say like F string, like say you used input, I type in a number, and then you say print, and then if it's an F string, say print, and then in parentheses input, or input, which is what you typed in for that input, and then you print input with the parentheses. I might explain it later in a video if you guys need that explanation, but right now I think we got it. So let's go in and test the command. Sorry. So I'm gonna wait for the bot to run, and this should be our 5th command. If it says 5, that means it is synced. We're gonna go into Discord. This is my alt account. We're gonna use that for later when we use the mute and unmute command. So we're going to type in, let's just type in random things. This isn't random. Okay, I think that's enough. So we're gonna do exclamation mark clear, and then we're gonna do 5, and then it cleared those 5 messages. I don't know what happened with this message, and then it says it cleared 5 messages. So that means the clear thing works. I don't know why my slash commands aren't working. I think I have to re-add the bot. It opened up this link. Oh, just MIDI. Just one of the things that's been talked about. So now that we worked on this, let's work on the mute command and then the unmute. So under here, we're going to do our commands. Our commands dot hybrid underscore command. And then we're going to do parentheses. Oh, I forgot, you can add name equals then clear. Have to be lowercase, yeah. And then comma description. Sometimes this doesn't work, sometimes it does. And then description equals clear a certain amount of messages. So that's good. Now for the mute command, you can name it mute and description equals mute remember in both voice call. Actually, I don't know if that's right. Just mute a member. I think there's a certain amount of letters you can use. So mute a member. Now we're gonna do add commands dot has permissions. And then it's gonna be moderate underscore members true. Asynchronize def and then mute self, we can pass it self, ctx, and then member. Sorry, member colon and then discord dot member. And you can pause the video if you'd like to copy everything down. I'm gonna have 1 quick second, maybe like 2-3 seconds of me zoomed out so you can see everything we added today, and then you can just copy that down. So we have discord.member, and in there we're gonna add role, a variable. Role equals discord.utils.get ctx.guild.rules, and then the name of that role equals muted. So it's sorry. So this variable is gonna search for a role in the Discord server called muted. But if it isn't there, we're gonna create a role. The bot's gonna create one that's called muted. So ctx guild equals ctx.guild. If role not in guild.roles perms. So we're gonna get the permissions of the role that we want. So discord dot permissions discord dot permissions sorry, I haven't drinking water yet. So discord dot permissions send underscore messages equals false, speak equals false, and then we're gonna wait guild dot create underscore rule, and then it's gonna be named muted. I'm gonna add a comma and then permissions. Okay, so maybe that's why it didn't work earlier. I was testing, it wasn't working. So we're going to go to the documents and look, documentations, and look. So create a Discord rule. So discord.guild, yep, this one. So name and then permissions, color, and everything else. So permissions equals, permissions equals perms. So perms is this, where we have those listed. Now we're gonna wait member add roles. We're gonna say role. And we're gonna wait ctx.send f string, then parentheses, curly brackets, curly parentheses, I don't know what they're called, member was muted. So member, like I said, all the way back here is the person that we're going to mute. So it's gonna say that person's username was muted. So now we're gonna do else. This whole if statement was if we didn't have the muted role, so it's gonna create it, then add it to the person. But if we don't have that, or else, we're gonna await member add roles role, and then we're gonna wait ctx.send, or literally you can just copy this, and we're done. I'm gonna make the unmute command next, and then we're gonna test it out just to be safe. So unmute at command.type of command. It's basically the same start. Or we could just copy this. I'm pretty sure it's the same. This is going to be called unmute. Unmute a member. As permissions moderate members, true. We're going to unmute. We're going to call it unmute here. You say unmute, and then we're still going to get the role muted, but we're going to take away this. We're going to take away this. And we're going to take away this. And right here, we're going to change the if statement. So if role in member dot rules, right, we're gonna await member dot remove roles rule, and then we're going to await again. I'm going to say ctx.send. We're going to do ctx.send f string member has been unmuted. And then for our else statement, it's going to be the exact same thing right here. Wait. Oh, it's going to not be the exact same thing here. It's going to say the member is not muted. Because if they don't have the role in their account or under their name, it's not going to be able to remove it. So if it is under their name, it's going to say they've been unmuted. If it is under their name, it's going to say they won't be muted, or they were muted at all. Muted. When you say the same word over and over, it gets a little bit weird to say. So that's unmuted. Yep. Now we can run the command. We're gonna go to main.py, press the run button. Now we have 7 commands. Just to make sure this is right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in moderation, then we have the pig command and util. I'm gonna open up Discord. This is my alt account. I have it opened in a separate tab. I'll pull it over just a second. one thing I recommend doing is going into the edit channel. We're going to go to permissions. We're going to add the muted rule. Wait, let me remove it. Then when we test command, we'll add it. Okay, so let's just do exclamation mark mute at Kofi. It doesn't have the role right away, but if we go into audit log, right here, okay, I'm going to add this. It's gonna say right here, created the role muted. So we can go back, and then we can do the same thing again at muted Kofi. And now it says my alt has been muted. As you can see here, I could still type, but if we go into settings right here and go with permissions, roles/members, we're gonna add the muted role. We're gonna scroll down, then we're gonna tick send messages, and then in sync now. You can do the same thing in voice channels. You go to edit channel, permissions, and then speak, disabled. Okay, I'm not gonna change it before I break something, but I'm pretty sure if I did it right. I'm going to add muted, then scroll down to send messages. Where is it? Send messages right here, save changes, and then we're gonna sync now. Sync permissions with all. Yep. And then if I go back to my alt account, I have the rule. Okay, maybe you can't handle that. I'm just gonna do one at a time. But yeah, that's what you do to make sure they can't send messages in any of the channels. So if we go here, it says I don't have permission to speak. I could speak in every other channel, but that's because I didn't add it. The same permissions for that role to here. I don't know why when you create the role it doesn't do that, but the reason why it does that is because you're creating the role and you're setting it to false. It's already set to false as default. And if I were to tick every single role permission, that's gonna still make it, because then I'm gonna give them moderate members. It doesn't really work properly. I'm pretty sure timeouts is more handled. I know how other people make it. People have like a duration. I also know how they make sure they can't talk in channels. This is like the closest to my attempt of it. So I hope you enjoyed. If you noticed, this is Windows 11. I didn't have that until 2 days ago. It was Christmas. So I guess you guys kind of helped me get a new computer. Though you guys didn't subscribe. But please subscribe. Hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. Sorry for the late upload. And have a good night or day.